Have you ever felt like your brain just froze back in March 2020? Like you're still 14 or 12, stuck in a 17 or even 20-year-old body? Is it not that you're immature? Something just happened. And so much has happened since that distant 2020 that if you had the chance to tell your past self everything you've been through, they probably wouldn't believe you. Because if you also remember 2016 to 2019 as the best years of your life, then stick around, because 2020 wasn't just a pandemic. It was something bigger, something that affected all of us. Because the weird part wasn't staying at home. The weird part was what came after that. Man, you can tell that was one of my best intros out there. I know while you were listening, you couldn't help but think about those good old days. We all remember 2020. At first, it honestly felt perfect. No school, you turn on your camera, say present, and everything else, basically a vacation. I mean, yeah, the vacation was inside your house, but still, it was every student's dream until it didn't feel like a vacation anymore. We all went through it. Days start to feel the same, you stop talking to people, and without even realizing, you got used to being alone. But quarantine itself, that's a whole different topic for another video. Today, we're talking about the 2020 effect, which thank God is finally over. But before we get into it, what is the 2020 effect? Well, it's basically that weird feeling after 2020, where not only did the years fly by, but they also felt strangely different. And yeah, the reason is 2020. We all remember 2020 TikTok. You know, your perfect bed, Among Us, and the year most of us downloaded TikTok. But it also created something weird, because we all look back at 2016 to 2019 as the best years of our lives. And honestly, how could we not do that? Everything was in absolute prime. Music, video games, soccer, cartoons, movies, YouTube, and the whole world just felt like it was at its peak. But more importantly, we were happy. Until 2020, 21, 22, 23, and it just wasn't the same. Now, that doesn't mean those years were all bad. We had some good moments here and there, but it just didn't feel the same. It's like life lost all its color, and as the years went by, not only did it lose color, but suddenly we had responsibilities we never expected, or at least not this soon. Out of nowhere, you had to start thinking about getting a job, going to college, and going back to a routine you didn't even realize you had fallen into. And with that came things like relearning how to talk to people, personality changes, extreme laziness, and a bunch of random effects that just appeared. Out of nowhere we grew up and left those simple days behind. And the worst part is, it wasn't just me. When we went back to school, nothing was the same. People were quieter, friends group were different, and some friendships just silently died. No fights, no drama, they just disappeared. It felt like coming back, but to a different version of everything. Like we lost a part of our lives and no one really talked about it. But hey, the 2020 effect is over and you might be thinking, why? We're still grown up, we're becoming adults, and nothing can take us back to 2019. And yeah, you're kinda right. But that's not the problem. The problem isn't that we were not kids anymore. The problem is that you're killing your inner child. Because, let's be real, spending your whole day on TikTok, probably not the best idea. And I think that's something most people are going through right now. That's why now we look at the sky, at the outside world, differently. Because sunsets like this, days like this, they happen all the time. Maybe not something as crazy as what I experienced, but the point is, if you really try, life, no matter your age, can be just as colorful as it was back in 2016. And that's something all of us start realizing this year, or maybe last year. And yeah, maybe I'm not speaking for everyone, maybe 2025 wasn't your year, that's normal. For me, it was actually 2024 that finally ended 2020 effect. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're watching this, then something inside you is probably changing. Because I'm sure that compared to 2020 to 2023, now you have new hobbies, you met new people, and you're doing things that once felt impossible. And I can guarantee you change, and for the better. And if that's not your case yet, just remember, you still have time. I'm not saying never use your phone again because let's be honest, that's impossible. But go out there, or not even that, just find yourself. What do you like? What do you want to learn? Because at the end of the day, our parents were right. The problem is the damn phone.